I should put my GM screen somewhere else, because honestly, I keep opening it, and then I have to open up my AP book.
Oh no, the buttons.
There's many buttons. One of the buttons is Claire's self-destruct button.
I would very much like that to not be pushed.
It's very fun to push, though. It's got such a nice click. It goes click, click, and then click, click.
It just detonates.
Whoops. Probably shouldn't have pushed this for demonstration purposes.
Kaboom, kablooey.
Last time, our great noble heroes continued clearing out their little slice of home, and the Isle of Bun was part of the large tournament. This time, I don't know if things went any better. But it is becoming clear this island is full of dangers if this is merely what hides within your home's pled. Surely those who have overcome their own dungeons will pose a similar threat. You've also only acquired a single silver feather. You must find all 3, as well as your phoenix necklace, in order for you to have considered completed your locale.
Yeah.
The 3 feathers are in our home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
people
then we
came
can
by and hid them around the temple.
And the little
Right.
Marty went like sneaky on his little tippy toes. And probably went like, and he put one down. You found one in the sand here, too.
Yeah, that was what we got in here.
You should really consider finding that necklace ASAP, because if it's tomorrow and one of the enforcers goes, hey, can you show me one of those? And you're like, nope, then you're out. Just straight out.
Oh, let's get moving. You don't need to go down here anymore.
On that condition, make sure to put it inside of a locked bag, so that your enemy can't just steal it from you. Because technically, I'm pretty sure it's a perfectly valid tactic to steal someone else's necklace or something and force them to get inspected.
Also, I don't.
Getting Joey into the Duelist Kingdom tournament.
Why fight your enemies?
Dweeb.
Why fight your enemies when you can win by technicality?
It's like winning by decking out your opponent.
Man, imagine if we just like found a bandit key. Wouldn't that be crazy? Zal, you kill him if we see one, okay?
I will.
Looking up ahead. Looking up ahead. Erbeth. Prayer and meditation aids fill the chamber up ahead, including rows of candles, dozens of bells, all those bells in like big to small, on like a double rack. Multiple singing bowls, many of which are scattered haphazardly across the floor. So those are not like stones or something. A single silver feather lies among the detritus.
Well, seeing this last one trying to trick us into dying, I trust this one.
Okay.
Something is for sure going to happen.
Here's a question that I have for the people who made this module, which is kind of important. So, people at Paizo, did they consider the Mage Hand spell? Because a lot of these things tend to activate when you go into the room, and it's like, if I just grab it outside of the room, yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what my thought for this whole thing was? You know how they could have made this a really interesting puzzle? We get through 2 of them that are hard traps, right? And the 3rd one isn't. It's just sitting there on a table. We spent 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get it.
Clearly, my assistant can get. I looked at the party and very caringly pointed at Baby Brows. Clearly, my assistant will be happy to fetch the feather for us. That is not in the trap room. Baby Brows looks relieved. You point at the robot.
Baby bro. Baby bro.
Alright, Sir Metal Fist. I guess you're going in.
Yeah, we have a robot.
I will take a scientific step backwards behind a barrier.
And
I won't.
With the barrier being, of course, Kujan.
Metal Fist is gonna go. Me want silver feather. Right here.
Sir Metalfist goes stomp, stomp, stomp with his big fat feet. However, when he enters the chamber, a spirit praying at the altar slowly shimmers into view. He rises up, angrily points at the creature, and suddenly everything in the room begins to move as sparks of electricity crackle. One might call it a storm of ki, if they wish to give it a term.
Oh, no, it's going Super Saiyan.
There's a nice reflex save. And there's the damage. Sir Metalfist practically explodes From the
Take
Okay,
keystorm,
I-
that
I
on the head.
you
I
wa-
clicked the damage too. Sorry.
mentally, it's probably more that he gets thrown around the room, and eventually he just gets spat out towards you.
Baby Browse is so effing relieved.
See, this is why we send the robot. You can fix that, right?
I mean, it'll take me a full day.
Yeah, like adjust her little glasses. Well, I'm glad I didn't send the baby.
The baby.
The baby. The baby.
Yeah, the baby.
Always kiss the baby.
Actually, is Baby Browse like an actual baby hanging out, or is he just tiny? That's the secret, isn't it?
I mean,
Also, I think I accidentally did extra damage for
Yeah, you
criminal
did do it
curse. I
twice.
don't know.
okay, this doesn't mention something very important, which is...
So you'll-
Okay, where is this?
So you only took the 54 damage.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, because you just gave yourself like an extra 72 damage. It looks like.
I think it was enough to knock it out anyway.
Oh, that's why the DCs are so high. This is one of those bad boys. Jesus Christ, the numbers get big.
I like numbers.
I need... Okay, the haunt... Okay, so the haunt reforms after this, but what else?
Actually, no, that would not have knocked me down. That because
Oh, then
Oh, I think that's just it. So after the exciting, energetic storm, I'm sorry, I just don't use haunts all that often, and they're kind of idiosyncratic as to how they work.
so wait, like it was a one and done hunt.
Ooh. It seems to be gone now. After he angrily raised his hands in frustration and a storm threw your robot back out, he seems to be gone.
I mean,
However,
I can.
Okay.
however,
Keep
the sense
going,
of
it's gonna go get the feather.
the sense of torment and betrayal still lingers thickly in the air, though.
Huh.
Arbeth,
Oh, excuse me. There's something I forgot. This has a custom thing going on, so it would not take maximum damage. We're gonna do that one again. And So your robot is still utterly destroyed. Cool.
oh,
You would have also taken persistent electricity damage and been deafened for a minute, but that's besides the point. Seems to be gone now, though. Still feel a constant sense of dread.
Where the 72 hit point? Like, I think that's the one I did, but
Nah, that's what I did.
oh, okay. So Bell actually took only a lot of
52.
damage. Yeah.
Wait, that's 62. Why would that... No, 63. Yeah, that would leave it alive at
63,
like
yeah.
14 hit points.
It's just
Wait,
like a
Oh, it's
little
my
finesse.
numbers that aren't doing right. Okay, gotcha. Because my numpad decided to deactivate at some point. There you go. Your robot's
Okay.
still
Yeah,
moving.
My goodness, Baby Browse, you would have been utterly ripped to pieces if I sent you in there.
Baby Browse wishes to quit your service and join Cookies.
Kuchen, you're standing inside of the room. The atmosphere
Stay up.
is depressing.
Can
Good
I
job.
look about and maybe see if I could pick up any hints of what happened here?
I mean, it definitely, considering it's a prayer room where you normally have like a degree of modesty to how you throw things about. Well, the building itself is still mostly standing. So it probably wasn't like a natural disaster or an earthquake or something. You would notice some more dishevelment in the brickwork. Might have been just a fight. Two dudes going on the harsh fisticuffs and got mad.
Well, before it starts up again, what I can do for them is I can put the prayer parts back in order.
Excellent.
I know about monk stuff. Not that I ever was one.
I don't get this. Like, I seriously don't. I need to look up how these sheets work again. Because why would you disable something that has one action and activates all once? Well, you put everything back to place, but that will take you some time. That ain't free, you know.
I mean, probably enough time to repair Metal
Sort of
Fist.
Metal Fist.
yeah,
Put some
I'm gonna
bandages on him.
do a repair check for healing.
Anime rule number 37. Bandages fix everything.
Thank you, Thank you, 4Kids Chopper.
So how do I treat wounds for crafting?
What? The rules for
I have to
crafting.
repair.
Okay, what is
Yeah,
your...
what-
Okay, so it's basically just like treat wounds.
Yeah, it's wound.
Let me see. We'll take a little look, see how this really works.
You have a +18 in engineering. Can I help?
So the way it works, Bella, is it's the
Okay.
normal 2d8 or 2d or 48 if you get the critical success. You can use the train DC, which is 15. The expert DC gives an extra 10 repair. The master DC gives an extra 30. But you need to have that rank. So you're a master trick crafter.
Yeah, so what's the DC for that?
The DC for train is 15. The DC for expert is 20, and the DC for master is 30.
Let's just go for the expert, because
Sure.
I'd go for the master, because, you know. Yeah, there you go.
You went for master. Okay, in that case, you get 48 plus 30 healing. I should
Yay.
buff him out real good. In the meantime, Kuchian is putting
Yeah.
everything back together.
Yes.
The heck? What do people think they could just post Gmod at me? Well, the feeling of dread is definitely still there.
Well, we can figure that out later. We have places to go.
Certainly.
And limited time to go them in.
Moving right along.
So who picked up the second feather, or did Metal
I
Fist do
have.
that for me? Okay.
Stray leaves and twigs dot the sandpit at the center of this oval open-air arena. Halls lead to the north and south. An open doorway to the west is where you are, and to the east is a large shrine. Because of its size, there's a significant draft swooshing the detritus around. 100% all-natural detritus, baby.
Love me some detritus.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-pop.
I mean, is there like some kind of loose rock or something I can kind of chuck into the sand? We've been burned once. I don't.
By sand, yeah, I don't trust it.
You're deep into it.
I know.
Probably one of the
Doesn't mean
loose
I trust
cobbles or something.
You huck a big stone in, but there's an unfortunate thing that, by this point, your character will probably be aware of. Haunts generally don't trigger on inanimate objects. They're evil spirits. They can sense if something is just like a rock or a person that it is a rock.
Oh,
And
we're
we-
thinking like the sand people that tried to murder us before.
What, rock's not good
Yeah.
enough for you, Ghost?
Apparently not, as no ghosts
Oh.
respond to your threat.
I'm gonna suggest going around, even though that's probably what the ghosts want. Do.
Alright.
Look, I've played enough Phasmophobia. I know what they're gonna do. Just gotta get a camera set up, and then they'll run in front of it all the time.
Your friend Amatar mentions that he thought he saw some sort of sparkly rock around here at some point, but it seems to have vanished.
Was it the one I threw?
No. It was a bit smaller than that, like palm-sized.
Where exactly did you see it?
Somewhere in the sandpit. He didn't pay too much attention to it because it wasn't something that he cared for.
Great. Somewhere in the damn sand pit.
Or it got moved.
Oh, they said it's not there anymore, so it's probably something moved it. And I think that's worth investigating. So I'm
Mate.
just gonna.
You survey the
Yeah.
area. Since you're so eager to sort this out, or you just passively survey it as these questions and situations are posed. And you can tell of a nearby loose rock. Which is to say a rock that doesn't fit like any of the established patterns and seems to be half buried. Boop. Here's a loot spot for you.
Huh.
It contains your prize.
Oh, neat.
Oh, that's a good prize.
That's a free
Oh.
prize.
I didn't get to see it.
It's a greater
that-
striking rune.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a good prize.
that's a good prize.
If you want your fists to hurt like hell, you give him one of these.
I mean, my fists already have them. If anyone else wants them.
Okay, Bella, I think you misunderstood. When I said 48, I meant 4d8.
Oh, shit. All right,
You banana.
I'm gonna subtract that 78 then. Go back to 17.
But yeah, given that my weapon already has a greater striking rune, I'll put the rune in the loot bag, and if anyone else wants it, they can have it.
Yeah, we can figure that out after we're done here. And we're resting up for the night.
Amateur mentions that he hasn't been in the room to the south. There's a corpse against the tree. From where you stand, Kuchen, peeking inwards, you see a large and colorful eucalyptus tree. If you even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah,
Drop bears.
There's even a
I
large
love
there's even a large window in the what the heck? Why don't I see the result of that dice roll? Oh, it's private probably.
I do.
Yeah, I see.
Hey.
I guess I'm cursed. Nice. Oh, I see. It's the. Okay, never mind. I'm just dumb.
I love eucalyptus trees. They smell so nice.
They do smell nice. Reaching towards the sky through a square window in the ceiling, aka, it's one of those fancy garden places. An old skeleton lies slumped against the base of the tree. Bones are spotted with peeled leaves of multicolored bark. With fallen peels, excuse me. My brain is making all kinds of assumptions. Amid the bark scraps lies a single silver feather. The room, of course, also smells deliciously like eucalyptus.
Yeah. Is there anything I can make out just-
Very little.
regarding the situation of the room by looking at the tree itself?
Well, the tree seems to have been doing fine in spite of the fact that there's a skeleton leaning against it.
So,
However, now that you're standing here for a bit, the air that comes from that room feels noticeably chillier. And you're on a tropical island, so to be feeling chilly at all is kind of unusual.
A little
Now.
closer.
I'm gonna
Right.
so who wants to go get the feather?
cautiously and slowly approach, keeping an eye on the skeleton.
Keep your eye on the skeleton. Ugh, you'll be fine. You can beat up a skeleton real easy. Just give him the old 1-2 fisticuffs.
I'm staying a step behind and letting you go for this one.
Once you get close enough towards the tree, you suddenly notice the skeleton regrow its flesh, although this new flesh appears to be translucent in nature. The lady that has taken place where the skeleton is sitting has pale meat on her bones. Certainly doesn't look very healthy.
Hello, ma'am.
She slowly rises from her feet, gazes over at you. Let's see. She pleads for forgiveness. The second she sees you, she falls to her knees, again begging for forgiveness.
Could you describe your crimes
You give her a
to me
moment
that
to
require forgiveness?
You decided to let her tell her whole gosh dang story. Let's see. It takes a bit to piece A and B and C and D together, but it seems that she led some sort of revolt in the temple. It's kind of hard to make out the details, but she led a revolt, got a whole bunch of people killed, including the abbot. And then, as she was passing away of her injuries, she felt pretty bad about it. Because, odds are, if she was part of the temple leading a revolt inside of it, she probably knew most people that ended up getting deadified in the process.
So, what led you to lead a revolt against this establishment?
Are you any good with diplomacy?
Oh God!
Because
Oh
I
Christ!
got some real bad news for you. She is emotional.
I'm there with you and I can help.
I don't-
Imagine the base just like stumbling over her own words, really.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
all of
think-
you. So
I don't think even God could fucking help me.
I could try to step in and help with the discussion.
Like literally, you get a critical success, you'd still have a critical.
Yeah. Just
Could I roll a
You pat her
different
on the
mistake
shoulder.
now?
There. We all make mistakes.
Holy heck.
Anyway, Kuchen thinks he can control the situation a bit. Sweet
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, cool.
Confess my
pretty
child.
clear,
She seems
pretty
to.
clear that May's floundering.
She
Help.
seems to calm down a bit. So is there anything you wanted to? Okay, the revolt thing. Now that she's calmed down, so she gives some reassuring words. Pat on the shoulder, all the works. She tells you in no uncertain terms what's kind of been bothering her. So, Aurori is the god of perfection and everything, and she was like, you know what the best way of perfection is? You start beating everyone up. Perfection through power, through selection, through training and hardship, and so forth. And you know, when you have religious debates, it can get a little heated between factions. Especially if one of the factions are a bunch of nerds. Although when she exclaims such harsh terms about her friends, she quickly descends back into tears.
There.
I once lived and died in a temple like such.
Most of her friends perished. From what she says, pretty much the whole temple got fucking owned in the process of this situation. And she feels especially bad about the fact that those names could not be inscribed upon the pagoda in the center of the courtyard, which is where you fought those ghost boys.
Oh.
Can you tell us their names and we'll do it for you?
She introduces herself finally with the name Kanitri. Boop.
Can you spell that?
That's in Tian. Excuse
I
me.
was way off. I can read it because I speak that language. Because I read the player's guide.
Oh no, Dizzy is smart. Can't take it. I like that you speak all the languages that are slightly fancy. Elven, Sylvan. Imagine that Tien would be, since it's basically Chino-Japanese.
You speak that a lot in the woods.
You come across a lot of Chinese people out here in the woods. You know, being in China and all.
Okay. So, she leans over to me. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
And what other names do you need? We'll get that for you. And you can rest knowing that they can too.
Okay, I'm gonna need another diplomacy check from you. Because
Please don't roll one.
you're touching a pain point with a ghost.
God damn.
Well, you know,
0 points.
you get a hero point for it. If you want to
No,
take it.
Re-rolling.
Oh gosh.
That's better.
That is enough. You take the conversation to her friends. You can tell from her ever-growing expression of like, wait, that she doesn't remember them. As she can't find the answer. She starts like listing off vowels and consonants, but can't form any proper words, and she's starting to panic a bit as a result of that. However, Kuchen, with his silver tongue, manages to quickly return the conversation to what do you say that apparently calms her nerves again.
One idea I just had would involve lying. That'd be bluffing. Deception.
Well,
Trying to think what would be a good thing to say.
it's less about the lie and more about the comfort that it brings.
Well, saying maybe we found a book that had a list of the names of the people. You know, try to add in that we could try to find the names and add them ourselves.
Well, that does distract her because that gives her an answer she can give. In fact, I wouldn't have made your roll if you went with that one. In that case, she can tell you that the abbot should have such a thing on him. If you could find him, at least. She's not really sure where he'd be at this point, if he's alive at all.
Well, and we can find it then. We will put it to rest for you.
She recalls that they beat the crap out of him in the prayer room somewhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, we know where he is. We can find him.
Excellent. Well, she seems to fade slightly, which is to say that for as long as it's reasonable to wait for you, her spirit is basically inert, as she's sort of in that ghostly waiting phase, loading, hoping you guys do what you promised to do. If you don't, the next time you come by, she's probably going to definitely 100% kick your ass.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah,
By the way,
I don't do lies.
Don't forget to pluck your feather while you're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm letting Bia grab it.
by the way,
I'll snatch it.
I imagine Bia was just kind of skirting around the edge of the room. There's no conversation.
Yeah.
uh,
But he was just kind of standing there gormlessly, like knowing that she
This is
can't
why I
participate
went
in
with you.
What the
conversation.
fuck is a conversation?
just so you know, at least I didn't do that plan I was gonna do, where I was gonna ignite the prayer room and like ghost charges. Like that'll settle the spirit problem.
It'll certainly give him something to think about.
Demolition charge the room with spirit charge.
It's like
with
a
all,
bug bomb.
with all this conversation happening, the robot that's supposed to be recording your heroic deeds is kind of falling asleep when you come back out again.
Come on, this is high drama.
Ingani gives you a thumbs up, but she does kind of add that, you guys have only just shown up. Right now, people need those high-octane fun moments. It's only later that they put in the dramatic promos and stuff.
Save
Babe.
it for a clip show.
Look, you know what? I snapped my fingers, baby brows. Baby brows, pose for the camera.
Does Baby Barrows obey?
I mean, do they?
I don't know. Do they?
Well,
Your
I'm not
name,
asking.
Claire.
Yeah, I'm not asking Baby brows to go into a obvious death trap, so I think he's pretty okay with it. He poses.
Has that neutral expression.
Yes, he poses as strong as he can with the same expression he's had since he was a little even babyer with his baby brows.
Which he still has.
Yeah, which he still has. Blank, no thoughts, head empty.
Anyways, we
Yeah,
should
yeah,
go
I'll
and do our stuff.
Yeah, we need to find this book.
We also need the necklace.
Yep, which, if I'm going to guess, the necklace is either up there or over there, because we haven't been there yet.
I mean, there's one feather and one necklace that we haven't found yet.
Yep, we
and
have all the
two
feathers.
Do we?
I've got
I
one.
have
yeah,
Found
those-
one in the sandpit, one in the prayer room, one in the ghost hole.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about the prayer room one. I'm an idiot. Don't worry. You
Yeah, I
know
know that.
me.
Counting to 3 can be very difficult if you don't know how many 3s you found yet.
I don't know how much is free.
Or if you're working for the company Valve.
Which way is everyone going, by the way?
Over
I
here.
was heading back to the prayer room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you're just picking up the scroll. The haunt probably hasn't reactivated yet. It usually takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, Kujian's already wandered in.
Guchan checks around the room, looking for this scroll, presumably.
Yes.
Hey, there it is. You managed to find on the possessions of a skeleton, which is mostly draped in robes, as you would think a skeleton would be if they wore robes in life. You find a scroll that contains the list of all current monks, although it's a bit brittle. It'll do for now. Also, it's in a language you don't speak,
Yeah, I was going to hand it off
But
to Bia.
but it has the little lines that indicate that it's a list of something.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah, this is Bia's job. You can read it.
Okay.
It's a list of names of people.
Wow. Do we know which ones of these are dead and which ones are still alive?
It'd probably be the ones that aren't on the pagoda.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. It's pagoda time.
Pagoda time.
Let's go, Bia. Let's go and fix it up.
You head over to yonder pagoda. Yonderly.
Oh, the ghosts
Right.
don't come back.
The ghosts haven't responded yet. More like
Okay.
ghost rejuvenation takes a couple of days. If you beat them up real good, at least. Ghost haunts, they all have their own little silly rules The changes between them too. Point is, you take a look at yonder pagoda. Let's see. Courtyard monument. It's a wooden sculpture, so carving in would be easy enough. You start to carve in some of the names that you can't immediately find. Presumably, starting off with the one who you know definitely belongs in there, which is Kanitri.
Yes. That makes sense.
Of course, to everyone but Kuchen, the intricacies of the language are lost upon you, which is, there's like at least 10 different ways to spell each of those syllables.
God,
So-
I love fantasy
everyone expect that,
Chinese.
yeah.
So you really need this reference sheet to know what the fuck to write down.
Yeah, like one offline, and you mistake like woman for like capital C word.
What,
Hmm.
one straight line, someone's name goes from Beatrice to Apple.
Bitch-tress.
But yeah, you try to write the name in, but the wood, like once you get close enough that any person who would see it would be like, that's that name, the wood just starts to heal over it.
Huh. And this is Kanitri's name, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Why is it doing that?
Well, the wood itself
Probably
is definitely
magic.
not normal. Like, the wood is not magical in such a nature.
yeah, it's not like special tree wood or something. It's definitely some kind of external force.
I like that you actually filled out your biography section. Gosh.
I'm
He's
working
right.
on it. I'm not done. I'm working on it.
I love your catchphrase. This would have never happened in the forest. Oh, it's a great catchphrase. Oh, it's great.
It didn't move me in.
Either of you any good with occultism or religion?
I'm good with religion.
I'm trained in occultism, I think. Yeah.
I'm an expert in religion.
Well, in that case, you would automatically know this. If the wood isn't magical, which it isn't, like an instant detect magic goes. The this is probably like one of those haunt things. Either you have to get the ghosts that were here to just go away permanently, or you have to find some sort of like the thing that ties it all together, as it were. But you ain't carving these names in until you take care of that.
All
We
right.
should probably check the rest of the rooms via.
Yeah, I guess we're coming back.
Well, it's not like the pagoda's going anywhere, I hope.
Technically, you already told where the abbot was, and is.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's also quietly recharging. So.
So should we go check him out? Or what do you think, Via?
Yeah, taking a closer look in that room to try and dispel anything that's going on would be a theory.
You're in a fucked up.
Right in.
You're in a fucked up prayer room, trying to appease an Irori abbot. What would you do to make him go, "It's all right, pat pat"? But in like a metaphorical, spiritual sense. Do not pat the haunt.
Time to do something Chinese,
Hey,
Kujan.
Pat the Haunt, you can't stop me.
Well, the thing abbots love more than anything is when people are nice about their god.
Well, it depends on the religion. This is one that's all about perfection.
Well, it's about perfection, self-improvement. Monks love Irori. Actually, since you're like an expert, you probably have like just basic knowledge on most big gods. The big names. Let's see. His edicts are: be humble, help others protect themselves, hone your body, mind, and spirit into a more perfect state, and practice discipline. His anathemas: become addicted to a substance, destroy an important historical text, or to repeatedly fail to maintain self-control. AKA, he's a nerd, but a cool nerd.
Well, do you want to sit here and meditate for a bit, I guess?
Kujan twitches a little bit at the idea of meditation.
Kujan!
Don't do it!
You just hear it in your head.
What's this about?
Kujan's backstory is that he was a monk 2 lives ago, and he's been reincarnated like traditional reincarnation, not magically.
He was the whipping boy monk, though. And while all the other monks were learning like immortality skills and ascending to godhood, Kujan was kitchen boy.
Yeah, he was never allowed to be a monk, so he
Kitchen
has,
boy.
Yeah,
So
that's why
the-
his trigger phrase is Kujian rice.
Yeah, Kujan rice.
Anyway,
Bee's just gonna, I don't know, sit down cross-legged and close her eyes. Just try and center herself, I guess.
as a spellcaster, you are well familiar with the art of parking your ass in a place for an hour to get all your good magic jumbo back.
I guess I'll join you for a little bit.
Ouch, my bones.
Hopefully not explode.
Kujin, since you are a hyper twitchy and all that kind of fun stuff character, I don't think you can do this without a skill check. Like, your character is gonna freak out just sitting around the whole time. Roll me a
He
will
was
save.
never allowed to learn
If you want to participate, you
concentration.
can roll me a will save, or you can let B do it herself. Kujin's not making this very easy for you, Bay. But luckily, he doesn't make it so bad that it's not impossible for you to complete. As you sit there for quite a bit of time, first off, a complication might happen because this definitely takes like at least 10 minutes to take care of. Oh wait, I need to. They all moved over here, so the bugaboo's got to be there too. Man, Amatar got it easy. He can sit on a step on a stair and have like his little legs dangling. Lucky boy. Once you've successfully
lad.
meditated enough, you feel a sigh of relief. There's a light breeze through the air, and the heavy air lifts and becomes almost dainty.
Oh,
So that's nice.
I mean, I guess that worked.
Mm. You've caused some sort of effect.
Bethany's playing patty cake with Melfist as she waits for y'all to stop sitting around.
Patty cake, patty cake.
Excuse me.
If, by the way, by the end of this, Bay like gets up and probably, I don't know if she dusts herself off. She seems like the kind of person who wouldn't like do that.
He doesn't care.
A little dust on my butt. Who cares? Bethany, you hear like a scampering happening behind you,
Oh,
and over in the doorway to the south, you see 4 kobolds huddled up near it. You're pretty sure it's one of the contestant teams. You think you might saw them like recently at the docks, right? Yeah, you saw them at the docks.
they weren't on the boats. They were just, when we landed.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
Probably a different boat.
hello there.
They give you a little wavy wave. Amatar vanishes from view almost instantaneously when this happens, and Bit
Okay.
zooms on over. Almost immediately, Ingdina goes, huh, throws herself in front of you, and is like, "Please forget that you're not allowed to challenge someone until tomorrow."
ESPN Sports.
At which point, the kobolds in the back are like, "We're not here for that. Our guide's dead, and a robot got busted." And this is the part where the one behind the wall, who you couldn't really see because he's behind the wall, dumps like a very smashed up robot, kind of like if you put Bit through a grinder. And the second looks like a native, but also looks like a native who had a very friendly meeting with something with very sharp fingertips.
Oh.
I mean, that seems like something you should take up with the officials.
Without a guide, it's really hard to find the officials. It turns out they were too big to fit in the hole we were fleeing through, so they got stuck on the other side. Whoops!
Oh,
That sounds like should we all go to the town and make
we're
sure?
kind of busy.
I mean, yeah, but it'd be unfair then to be ejected from
That's
the
not really
tournament.
fair. I mean, we don't know where to go without, like, someone who knows the island a bit better than us. I mean, they gave us
Kinda
directions, but there's quite a few mountaintops around here, and we don't want to go to the wrong one and suddenly bump into someone who doesn't like us.
I kind of gesture to our guide and go, I don't know. Do you know what to do? You-
Igdani,
That was a-
who has mostly been concerned with, keeping the rules intact, kind of snaps out of it because Bay has a good idea, which is, oh, sure. Since you guys have been doing so, right? Igdani's like, okay, if you don't mind, I guess I could just take them there. Be back in like an hour or two, but think he can manage without me?
If we're allowed to. I mean, is there anything will need to know in the next, I don't know, hour?
Bit zooms in on you when you start talking about, the potential of rule breaking, as it were.
What the?
Like he's gonna stick around.
I'm hearing like the ESPN sports trumpet noises.
The what?
Like every time something really inane or minor happens, I just imagine like the bit starts playing like the ESPN trumpet noises.
Claire, that's gonna happen when you start getting to the matches.
True.
Ingdani, if you're okay with it, is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
take these kobolds away. It's perfectly fine if you guys stick behind. Normally they prefer not to, because, you guys might start doing naughty things. But, honestly, on the other hand, it's far worse to never give another contestant team the chance to succeed.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna go up to one of the kobolds and say, like, take good care of Ingani, because, I mean, it'd be really rude to have them die too, and just
Holy
stay to the
shit.
road.
Holy
I
shit,
like
Bethany.
Indani.
You're actually smart enough to realize that this might be a problem.
Yeah, just stay to the roads. And if if anything draws you away from the roads, don't go off the roads.
Bethany decides to give them a stern talking to, as it were. I don't know how stern you actually are. That's up to you. But
I mean-
you do impress onto them the importance of not killing your guide.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to point something out.
Which is...
Why are we giving them our guide?
I mean,
Because
I
theirs is a
suggested
corpse.
we all
They just put it
I
on
s-
your floor.
no, but I suggested we all go for a walk. But
Also, okay, Zala apparently.
Yeah, I guess no one noticed, and
Because-
being talked over every time I tried to say anything.
Well, that's because the scene happened and we didn't. We thought you were being quiet for the scene.
Yeah, man.
No, I had to restart Discord twice. I figured it made the leaving Discord sound,
I
but
It
did-
doesn't
I-
make
I
that
think-
sound for me.
I think
No,
it-
it didn't make the noise.
Didn't
yeah,
like
Hold
it
it-
all.
I kept trying to say stuff, and then when I got back in, I was trying to ask what the hell's going on, and everyone talked over me. So
Oh,
I have
we
no
can-
fucking clue what's going on.
Okay.
Basically, 4 kobolds came in, and they ran into an issue because their guide and their robot both, got killed.
They got
while they
they got in trouble with some monsters, yes. And as
yeah,
a
while
result of
fleeing a
that,
cave.
Yeah, and we offered the idea of have our guide help them, and then, make sure they can still compete.
Bethany initially suggested we all go with them, but
Bethany at least
Well,
reminded them that it's important to be careful.
Yeah.
And not kill your guy, too.
Going with them would be really stupid because we still need our thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
still
not
another
done.
thing.
And also, how do they know where we are?
I mean, to be fair, there's not many structures on this island. And they might have lost them nearby.
Well, also, hey, I got a quick question. I'm gonna relay this to the team. Did they say their guy was dead?
Their
Yeah.
corpse
Well-
is literally in front of you right now.
I thought there was magic preventing people from dying here.
Yes, which
At least
applies
making it
primarily
reward.
to contestants in, as it were, the contest. If
Yeah,
you're
like-
fighting a monster, good luck, chump.
Yeah, like it
So that
It
spider could have actually killed
makes it-
us.
harder for you to die if something really wants to kill you.
Oh,
You'll
Okay.
die.
okay.
Okay, I'm just making.
You know what? Because you guys are all being so smart right now, how about you give yourself a hero point for doing that one real nice?
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
proud of you.
Hey, I
I'm
got one
alright.
without even being here.
Especially the dizzy. Remember the line that I mentioned that yes, if someone wants it, they can definitely still kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, welcome back, Zala. Sorry about
Listen,
Yeah,
all that.
I remember the line about how we can still kill each other.
excellent. And see, that's why you get one too. And because you also pointed out some pretty good stuff when you came back.
Yeah.
Like questioning
Well-
how they knew where we were.
I'm listening to. Well, it's not a matter of knowing where you are. It's more like, okay, our guide is fucking dead. We still need to find a place. Let's go see if we can find any other team. And they were like, oh, a building. Let's go over there. Might be someone in there.
Those robots are probably expensive.
And to be fair, there were like several spider corpses outside. So there's clearly something going on around here.
One was on fire.
Smoldering, probably. Like nice and steamy and bacon smell. Claire, what do smoked spiders smell like?
Bad.
Claire, do you know this?
I don't. I like.
It's fine,
You know,
Claire. It's fine.
I'm not gonna answer this one.
You know what smoked
So-
shark bait smells like?
Oh, don't smoke my baby.
Give her a cigarette.
Like
Take her
ferrets
to
already.
Oregon.
Smoke.
Did you
It's
get
like an
smoked?
organ. You know, ferrets are already smelly. I doubt a cooked ferret would smell very good.
Sally, we're trying to say something to Dizzy?
What?
We're trying to say something to Dizzy? Thought you said Dizzy.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just dumb then.
So we could take shark bait to Oregon and she could get really smoked.
Oh god, no.
She could get baked.
She can get hickory
Oh,
smoked.
yeah. Oh no, shark bait with a joint.
No! Look at this item I found in the cyber world. It's a fedooey.
Shark
God
bait,
damn it.
no! It's too late, Mom. There.
So, since we no longer have our guide,
No, they're still here.
I mean, unless you have some
Yeah,
final
come on.
words, they're gonna leave. And the kobolds probably give you something like, "We'll be sure to challenge you as fair competition later."
hi fellow kobolds.
Gonna do kobold crimes.
I'm also kobold.
Ingdani, before she leaves, checks her list. And then it's like, by the way, these are the kobold capers, and those are the dapper scamps. And the kobolds are like, yes! Now let's go!
It's
Skip,
pretty
skip, 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 skip.
kobold of them to challenge us.
They vanish into the sunset. Although the sun isn't
Sorry.
setting. Anyway, what were you doing again? Something about a ghost and some names and a magic post?
Yeah, we did some.
We gotta go over there again. Just
Also, the
hopefully that
game's
made it possible.
paused, so I can't move.
I can move.
Thank you.
Nah, sometimes it doesn't send the message properly. I just have to pause, repause, and it works.
Yeah.
This attempt of writing down the name seems to succeed. Nothing stops you from writing it down, and the wood doesn't heal immediately.
Hooray!
There is a sigh of relief coming again. Presumably this time the bad guy corpses.
Oh.
Given.
Hey,
So on the plus side, this presumably shuts down all the haunts, right? Now that both sides have been given the pat on the head, as it were.
In theory.
In theory. But of course,
In
this is a
theory.
Paizo adventure path. You can't shut everything down easy. That'd be lame.
Yeah,
kidding.
then there'd be rooms with nothing in them. We can't have that.
You can't lose out. You can't just get all the experience for all the things you solved immediately. That wouldn't make any sense. And the experience is very tightly balanced. Can't deviate on that anything. I like the idea of bit, since you guys are just kind of walking and talking around, it's like taking aerial shots of the place for those stage
B-roll.
overview intros.
Yeah.
We gotta have the panning shot.
You gotta have the panning shot exactly.
John, do flip.
Yeah, I can.
I personally just love the idea that he's just like a little backflip, like a little jump.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Spider-Man scene. Yo, Spider Dude,
I'm gonna
do a
jump!
flip.
Then you do, and it's like that's kind of cool.
By the way, Claire, the guy who yelled at Spider-Man to do a flip.
Yeah, he's the one who
He's-
was in the.
Yeah, he's the guy who did the recording in Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Oh, that was
This
great.
is okay. Wrong chat. Excuse me. This is Ku Chen.
Oh, no.
When you tell him to do a flip.
Yeah.
This is such a good one.
Doing it. Yeah. Should probably quickly
Yes.
go check in on Kanitri.
You head on over to
There's the scene.
to the skeleton. I presume you nothing. She doesn't appear or anything. Just probably like try to yell her name and touch the skeleton a bit. Anything that would normally get a ghost or person to appear. But there's nothing. In fact, the oppressive atmosphere in the room seems to have faded away. The eucalyptus
Oh.
tree seems a bit more vibrant now too.
Oh,
She
good.
has moved on.
The pandas can return to eat the leaves.
What?
B eats one of the leaves.
Claire. Claire.
Yes,
Pandas do not eat eucalyptus. They eat bamboo.
right.
Wait,
Yeah.
they can eat eucalyptus.
Thinking of koalas.
Yeah, the drop bears eat.
Koalas are such
They eat-
shitty animals. They exclusively
They've-
eucalyptus, and they're so dumb.
I've
Yeah,
never
and
seen like a koala go
stoned-
like
They also
rabid on you
don't know
though.
how to eat it if it's not on the plant.
they're also stoned as hell all the time.
To be fair, they eat a lot of eucalyptus, which I heard is mildly poisonous.
Yeah, it is like it is poisonous, and their body progresses it so slowly that their whole like metabolism slows way the hell down. So half the time they're like 90% asleep. They're
Australia is a
barely-
real country when it comes to its biodiversity.
They're fucking weird animals, man. It's a miracle they're not all dead yet.
They're trying. Only slightly worse at St. Line of the pandas, which are
I
trying really hard to go extinct.
I think you will like this room. It's some sort of garden. Up ahead, you see a long rectangular garden plot. It's a roofless enclosure, so the air and the wind and everything can get in quite easily. The soil appears to be dry. You can tell from here because it's way bright. And what little plant life remains is dead and wilted. Wouldn't call it plant life then, description. Wouldn't call it plant life. More like plant dead.
Now remember,
Oh, got him.
guys, there was one of them that had a big swarm of insects in it that they said.
I don't know. Might it be the garden full of plants?
I mean, we haven't
Plants
seen
that
any
are
insects
dead.
yet. So,
It's okay.
There are bugs everywhere, Kujan. It's just the way of ecology.
Shut up, Arbeth, and get something explosive ready.
Oh God! Fuck that noise.
throw a fucking fistful of dice at us. Hiya!
Yeah, that noise. Like, did you need to roll that many die, or were you just trying to make sure everyone was awake? Like, holy
It's
crap.
Bethany and Arbeth are the first to notice that indeed this place seems to be filled to the brim with tiny, creepy crawlies.
It never stops being funny.
I'm gonna breathe fire.
Oh,
I like you just indiscriminately start breathing fire into the yard. Great, love it. Think it's great.
Oh,
I
plants.
mean, it'll work. They're all dead, it was said.
Plants.
That means it burns all the easier. Do you want to start a forest fire? I mean,
As,
it is.
as
Yeah.
a Californian, I do not approve.
So please use contained fires that help promote growth. However, it would look really good for the camera.
It would. Bit fly in there, get aerial like 360 shots of the fire breath.
Sick 360s.
Well, what you gonna do, baby? You do see something sparkle in one of the shrubberies. Glass or
Oh.
metal. It's reflective.
Is there anything I can gather from looking at the plants and the insects in the room?
I mean, the plants obviously died because this is like a small maintained garden and it hasn't been refreshed in terms of, you know, the cycle of nature requires fresh nutrients and stuff, and no one's been fertilizing or watering this place properly.
Yeah, it's like a kind of Zen garden thing, and those things are very high maintenance.
No, it's
and
actually like
without-
it's actually a place where these are fruit and like vegetables. So
Yeah.
this is where they grow some sort of food. Although you imagine that with a jungle like this, you could just go outside and pick a banana whenever you want it.
I want a banana.
Bananas have to be cultivated to be edible.
Yeah.
Get your
Otherwise,
banana lore out of here.
like really.
Bananas
No.
are berries.
No, in the world of fantasy, bananas are already perfectly cultivated and manipulated, well.
Ah, because God did it for us. He made them
Sila,
fit our
why are
hands.
bananas perfectly fit for human hands otherwise?
Yeah, they have a convenient no-slip container.
By the way, real thing I had to say. When I first saw that video, the first thing I thought was, this dude just doesn't know how to eat a freaking banana, apparently.
Why are animals eat bananas?
Because I don't know, it's just the way he gripped it when I saw him try to show off the whole 5-finger thing, and that's why bananas was made by God. It just seemed like he was like a toddler picking up food for the first time.
Anyway, your continued ambient presence seemed to tick off the ticks.
Why are
Wow.
the ticks here?
Oh,
They slowly
I'm
start to
gonna breathe
congeal
fire
into
against fire.
voracious swarms.
Oh.
Voracious.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's a
why
lot
they-
of dice.
That is a lot of dice.
See you
Kujin,
guys in 10
still
months.
probably still contemplating whether or not he wants to breathe fire over everything.
No, I'm seeing if any of them are gonna stop me.
Oh no, go right ahead. I don't care. Like, burn them, Zyla. Burn them all. Good job.
I bet thing is staying as far away from that as possible, but nah.
Oh nope, never mind. Baby bros, no.
Before Kuchen probably like sees the ticks and it's like, I got some time to react to them. Before the ticks come around the corner on the walls, and it's like, oh, the swarm's already here. That's great. All right, you're inside of a swarm. Take a guess.
Oh boy, I
They all
love
start-
swarm.
They start nibbling on everyone inside of it. Although we're gonna say the baby brow's probably like in the back, which makes way
Baby
more
bros,
sense.
Baby bros saw the ticks immediately and scamped the hell off. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
re-rolling that bad boy. Re-roll using a hero point.
Heck yeah.
There we go.
Heck
So I think
yeah. That means that it's a mere 5 for the both of you.
Wait,
Ardith.
don't I get a critical success?
Oh yeah. Well, then you're fine.
Because you got the snip flips.
They do little like tippy toes to make sure no ticks can climb on their fees.
Okay, so I'm gonna just. I don't know. I did that. Okay, I'm gonna slide just a little bit of way. Just. Zoop. And we're gonna abuse my skills. I'm gonna craft an alchemist fire. And we're going to throw the alchemist fire right here, but make sure the explosive does not hit anyone
Baby
except
Claire.
the ticks.
Baby
Yes.
Claire, did you forget that you are a bomber?
Yes.
One of your powers is to not hit anyone but your target with the splash damage.
That's what I mean. So I'm gonna.
Incredible.
I'm gonna. That's weird. I can't. Okay, I'm not. It's not on my target.
Let's just roll me the attack. I'll tell you what happens.
That's weird. Okay, yeah. Roll.
That's a hit.
Woo!
Show me the goods.
Dablage.
Excellent. 2 persistent fire damage. Swarm is just constantly burning then, I guess. Good news, baby Claire. They have weakness 10 to splashing.
Yeah, and they get and with the sticky bomb, they take bonus persistent damage. Listen, I think that's I keep reading it like that's how that works.
Oh, that's for. Whoops.
The point is that they take bonus fire and they're also on fire.
There's something I need to check out. Real figure settings. Do I have this module on? Because I have a module for persistent damage. There we go. I did never turn it on. Give me a moment. Servers are starting.
Okay.
Because if
By the
you're
way,
gonna-
so since they take bonus fire damage, do they take bonus persistent fire damage?
No, they don't take bonus fire damage. They take bonus splash
Bonus
damage.
Splash.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
Because
really
you're
do
hitting
not like
more
being set on
targets.
fire.
Oh yeah, because they're a swarm. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
are.
Claire.
That makes
dummy mode.
sense. Oh hey, Sharku, what's up? Oh my god, that's so cute. You just did she did a big stretch neon.
So that is a lot of
Baby.
damage for a swarm in one single boom. It's also slowly but surely burning. Gujen, you're in the middle of a swarm of ticks.
A swarm of burning ticks.
I will react once I am fully loaded back in.
Yep.
Because, it takes it a minute.
Loading goo.
Digga-digga-dun.
Okay, I'm almost in. I can see the screen now. It just has to load the map.
Hacker voice. I'm in.
There you go, I'm in.
Hacking mainframe 100%. I am now loaded in. Okay, so I'm going to do my breath weapon this direction. Which should hit both of them, I believe. Since I'm inside the swarm.
Oh gosh. But what are you doing?
Double breath.
Well, alright. Alright. You breathe your little fire over the swarm that's around you. And presumably also to the adjacent swarm. That's fair enough. Roll me some damage.
Just stack more persistent damage on them. D3s always look weird to me, or D4s, little triangles,
Yeah,
Little
the
pyramid.
Keltron
little pyramids.
Wait a minute.
thing.
Wait a minute.
What is
Someone just posted something that made my brain go, but that doesn't work, does it?
What is it?
Someone is talking to me about how they want to make a barbarian in 5e. And they want to have him give him the shield spell, but my brain is like, can you even... Yeah, if you're able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. Yeah.
It's going to really work.
Yep.
Unless you want to do it while not
In
raging.
Pathfinder, it's actually slightly more interesting because you can't use things with a concentrate trait, which I think means you can still use somatic spells. Or unless it has like
Yeah,
a
there's
special
some spells that work.
Or you can use a special rage action and everything. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. Anyway, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let's put these babies on fire, baby. What's your class DC thing?
Let me go grab my sheet. 30.
All right. Well, 30. Awesome. So that's a critical success. They take nothing. The other one does, however, take the full shabam. Twice. Excuse me. I did that wrong. And another 10 because area damage. Ow.
And then I'm going to, let's look at my actions. I'm going to use Vexing Tumble to get myself out of the swarm so I can try to get Panache up.
Vexing Tumble? What the heck?
Yeah, I'm going to dodge roll outside of this shit.
You better get that critical success. The reflex DC is 29. Bad news. Okay, it doesn't trigger. Okay, it doesn't trigger your action anyway. You gain panache. Well, you got your panache for you.
Which is important, and I'm done. Those are all my actions.
Well, there are other tick swarms that go after you. They go scamper, and then they go chomp on your legs. Give me that save. These are insects. They don't know that you're good at this. They just know that they're hungry.
I am redoing that.
It would be a critical failure, wouldn't it? That'd be critical. Ooh, I better be careful. But yeah. Man, that's a lot of ticks.
That is a lot of ticks.
Why are they here?
I don't suppose I could angle one of these to hit both of these and not Kujan.
Aim it at the wall.
Yes, I think 60 feet. So
Cone of Cold. That's one.
Why is
That's one.
Why
hell
is
of-
that what it placed?
Jesus Christ! Just kill us all.
Well, all right. Sure. That's Jesus Christ. That's a big cone.
Yeah, that is a big cone.
Why
All right.
is it so
Um,
big?
We'll see how this works out. Jesus Christ. Why do I always roll so nice on these boys?
What's Rukia's Bankai called?
Hakano Tagame.
Yeah, Pia just goes Hatano Katagame.
However, here's some good news for you. Weaknesses come after saving throw effects. So they take 1727. All the swarms, like a significant portion, gets iced over, and you end up with this nice crunchy snow. Actually, that's really gross now that I think about it. Ew!
Yum, yum, yum.
Posted
And
a
then
GIF
last...
for Claire.
Oh, why is it still on this? Stop it.
GIF like 1 second, apparently.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of move over here, I guess. Just to be out of away from everyone else.
Oh, as you try to do that, you quickly learn about something exciting that these things can do. They can cling to you. They go chompies at your feet.
I know my feet.
Oh gosh, this is just free, ain't it? Immersion into water reduces the DC to 5. Oh, by 5. Oh, to 5. Awesome.
Yeah, 2.
You get a little bit more hurt as lots of little boys are having a fun time nibbling on your ankles. The stick swarm is loving. I don't know who it's loving or why, but it sure is.
It's loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! I'm loving it. Hey, hey, Arbeth, and the boys. Would you like to get consumed?
No.
Well, you are.
Baby Rouse, pull me out!
I think Bibbar's expression says it all, doesn't it?
God, he's just watching. Why is he just watching?
Because he's baby.
So do I reflex save or?
Go for it. Just do it. Do it. Do everyone in there. Do it.
Oh, okay. So, like, do I just take
half?
Do I not take? Oh, so I take 2 damage. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going with the master level, so I don't take any if I succeed, Claire.
Bethany takes full. Mr. Robot Man, I think he's fine. It's
Okay,
a million
I'll
ticks. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna try getting the gears.
I mean, they might bite like a wiring, but he's not a robot. He's a metal.
Wait.
Tickle tick, tickle tick, tickle tickle tickle. That's why they're called ticks, because they tickle you. Bethany, there's more. Ah. Bethany.
Ow.
You know, a gun is like a really bad weapon against a swarm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have, while riding Sir Metal Fist, I'm just gonna like stand about here. Maybe here instead. And I'm going to explode.
Oh,
Gotta
no, explode.
What?
I see how big a temper emanation is. It's not too big, but
all directions.
Yeah, you would hit all 3 swarms.
yes, then I am going to explode.
Okay, can you show me the action that does this so that I know the frickin' I'm looking at?
Yeah, what? You just explode?
Last time I checked, exploding is the thing you need to set up for.
Oh, it easily just explode.
What? Fair enough, I guess. Oh, that's a target button. All right.
Then after I take a flat DC 17 check to see if I can do any more unstable actions.
We'll
So
go
here's.
Wait, it's a 5-foot animation.
I have a thing that makes it 10 feet. Oh wait, because I'm a. Yeah.
Unfortunately, these boys all succeed or critically succeed because, for fuck's sake, I can't stop rolling like a king. I should go to Vegas.
Yeah. It's always the reflex checks that you roll hot on.
Alright, and
these dice are hot!
Mother balls!
Mother balls.
How much damage do I take?
Your level, I think.
Yeah. Equal to so I take 11 cold damage. Two. Why didn't that go down? Oh, because for some reason Bethany that synced with the. Oh, you're fine now. Anyway.
Ba-boom.
Yeah.
A robot. I love that he's a robot that explodes!
Tablowy.
Well, the tick swarm has to go somewhere, but it can't just start overlapping with other ticks. I don't know how swarms work in that way. So they just harmlessly start nibbling at your robot man, as he's still, like, emitting cold steam. Arbeth.
Okay, that's happened.
You're standing in a bunch of ticks. Did you know that?
Yeah, so I can't slide out of here safely, can I?
You can take a step, and it can't use reactions, so that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of it because you don't want to actually be in a swarm. And well, since they're in a line here, I'm gonna abuse that. We're gonna craft another alchemy fire.
Yar? I say
Also,
yaint.
technically, I have lesser cover while on my metal fist.
Lesser cover offers no reflex bonuses.
Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there.
I'll remember.
Why
Thank
you-
you.
Why you say I ain't?
What are you doing, Claire? And first
Well-
off, let's get Baby Brows out of there.
All right, Alchemist.
Here.
Okay. So I'm gonna center the Alchemist Fire here and splash it on basically I'm gonna try to hit all three of these boys. Centered on the center tick swarm. So Kablabo. That was really a 2. Is that not enough? Because I'll like waste a hero point on that.
Well, the good news is splash damage happens regardless of if you hit or not. These things have 28 armor class.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll it anyway.
I mean,
With
you have the
hero
splash damage, which is the important part.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I have a splash damage, it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, just I explode them. Did I roll the damage anyway, or?
Okay. Who are you hitting, by the way? Like, what's going on?
I was aiming at this
Okay.
tick.
You're letting all the splash damage hit everyone?
Yeah.
Excellent.
hit
Well,
the
then
rope.
everyone takes 2, but everyone around them, the boys, all take 12. Because you're cool like that.
I take 4, right?
Do you?
Oh, wait. I have fire weakness.
Yeah, if you have weakness, you'll take extra.
I have weakness
Whatever
3.
the weakness amount is.
Okay, so I take 5 total.
Yeah.
You take increased by the weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. I thought you. God damn it! I hate
I
that
take
glitch.
no damage because I'm resistant to fire.
Well, that's good.
I am gold kobold.
Cho-chan!
Okay, I can't use my breath weapon again for. I actually need to check on that.
You can click it and click it.
3 more turns.
Oh.
So,
I'm surprised they
instead-
didn't go with the 5e system of recharge rules.
Yeah.
But hey.
What I'm going to do instead is. Let's see, how big is that? I'm going to step over here,
Haha!
and then I'm going to cast my special ability, being a spell scale.
Yay!
Gale Blast.
Gale Blast. Let's take a look-see. Where you Gale Blast? Ah, I see the obvious target for your Gale Blast. Show me where it is. Place that 5-foot emanation.
Bam!
Kaboom! Roll me thy
So
fort
they have to do-
saves.
Haha, one of them failed.
Roll me your damage. As these swarms are suddenly buffeted with booms. This is area damage, so they take 24. Ow!
Also,
Yeah.
the one that failed gets pushed 5 feet away.
Boop. Marvelous.
I don't think I can attack of opportunity a swarm, can I?
I don't think they're exempt from it. They're just resistant to it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, physical damage isn't exactly the best way to get rid of 100,000 insects. Unless you're
Well,
a
I mean,
really cool fighter with whirlwind attack. But I think that would qualify as area damage on some level.
I
Kuchan,
might as well
they're coming for
hit
your
it
little
as
baby ankles.
So you're
might
gonna
as well
keep
hit it
trying
as it
this.
gets pushed, since it's free.
Hey, it's free and it's a crit.
Yeah.
Karate chop. Well, it's bludgeoning, so you get to deal with the lesser resistance. So you only do 33. The swarm is all but dissipated at this point. In fact, you know what? You somehow karate chopped so many of them at once that the rest of them climb over the wall and vanish from view. They're scared. They got bullied. Bear.
Where is Bea? Am I staying on top of Bea?
No, I'm all the way up here.
Oh wait, yeah,
Really?
okay.
Don't
I
worry
was
about
gonna
it.
go.
Bea will tell
Don't
you.
worry about
probably.
it. I've got this under control, probably. I mean, I have fireball, but everyone's in the way, and I don't want to hit anybody.
Kuchen could take it.
I can.
I mean,
And I could probably dodge it. If I don't dodge it, I will take reduced damage.
which is, I think I can hit the top one and the one near Metal Fist without hitting him.
Certainly.
I'll have.
I say yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, boss. Let's hit him up.
You saying yes is code speak for please, for the love of God, don't start fiddling with a template for 12 hours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put the thing in because they're clumsy.
Oh man, I should just. Anyone got a lottery
should be
ticket I can buy?
Vegas.
Yeah, every single one's been above 10, like above 15.
Once another swarm is completely eradicated by your delightful explosion.
Kablooey.
That is the proper term, yes. As 2 swarms have been eradicated, and no, the other one is definitely not feeling so hot. The rest of the swarms just kind of ambiently dissipate. Whoop, 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 whoop. They're insect swarms. They're not, trained fighters or particularly vengeful individuals. So when there's too few of them that actually pose a threat, you just kind of slap them off yourself.
Kujian just flexes. Well, that was fun.
That was harrowing.
I avoided every single insect. Somehow.
Handsome.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Anyways,
sift
let's look
through
around
the
here at the area.
sift through the rot and dead plants to find the thing that we're looking for.
You found 2
hey.
shiny bottles.
They're impulsive.
And
Get outta
cognitive.
here.
That's the explanation.
You firmly grasp them and remove them from this dirt.
I do.
Amatar is very happy that you got rid of the insects. After all, he was planning to revitalize this garden, but there were so many, and to him, ticks are pretty big.
Ticks are just mean.
Let's see, ticks are, look, what size are they? Probably like tiny or minuscule. Diminutive, that's the next size category. So to him, they're like pretty sizable.
Yeah. While everyone else is looking, I'm just kind of trying to tend to the plants.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't find the phoenix necklace that you're looking for, or, well, that you at least should be wanting to look for.
Well, that means there's only one place left to check, guys.
There is.
Inside Sir Metalfist. He was there the whole
Sir-
time.
I'm watering the plants.
Sir Metalfist.
I mean, you have to clear out all the dead things and figure something out, but hey, it's not a bad garden.
Hey, we're gonna be here for a bit.
I'm going to change to a more open floor plan so that it can unite with the rest of plant life.
Yeah, you could probably Drillcraft to like open up some buds.
I don't like the walls.
Stop imprisoning my people.
Anyway.
Kuchen is the first to arrive, so he gets to hear the description first. Tarnished bells, frayed ribbons, and crumbling wooden beams surround the massive statue at the center of the shrine space, which is set into an alcove on the eastern side of the temple's open-air training area. 6 steps lead up... Okay, again, how would they know it's a training area? That's information they don't have. Just call a sandpit. 6 steps lead up to a clearing where one can sit before a large statue, which depicts a smiling old man seated cross-legged position, holding a staff. Fun fact, in Dutch, we call that particular meditation, well, just the sitting position, the tailor's sit. A pair of braziers, not braziers, stand on either side of the steps, and various prayer instruments lie scattered before the statue. The alcove in the northern wall is badly damaged, creating a 15-foot wide gap that reveals the forest outside the temple, which is probably the way that Catableepus got in, considering that it probably doesn't fight ghosts every day. Also be covered in scars. Let's see. I need to know something about what Amatar knows. Oh yeah, in front of the statue is a nice old amount of things. There's a statue, your necklace, there's a phylactery in there. Which No, not like a lich's phylactery, like a proper phylactery as it's intended to be.
Oh yeah, proper religious phylactery.
The one that makes you think straight. There's a ring in there, a lot of gold, and a big bag, which I think is supposed to contain everything, but I forgot to put it in there. So it's just scattered over. For some reason, someone just put a bag of holding there, and didn't put
I
anything
just
in it.
start putting stuff in the bag of holding while I'm looking through it.
Uh,
Except the Phoenix necklace, we need that.
I appreciate that you start putting things in there. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's just like slowly putting things in.
As you start putting them in, Amatar takes a nice look at it, and he wonders. It's very big. Like this statue is like huge size, like giant. Amatar politely informs you, however, of something as he's distracted by the pure craftsmanship of the statue. You might not want to take anything out of there. Because it's all part of offerings.
Okay, that makes sense then. That goes back.
Yeah.
Problem.
Wait,
Your
what
necklace
were
is
the
part of that now.
necklaces? But now that's a problem.
What did you do, Kujan?
I don't suppose we could swap it for the prayer beads that we found earlier.
Give me like a religion check.
I can do that. Expert
Yeah, you
religion.
can probably-
Like you
We'll probably
serious?
speak up.
By the
tell
way,
them it's a bad idea.
if you want some context on how big and strong this thing is, it's like a level 14 statue that will definitely clonk you on the head if it gets a chance. Kochan just tries to remember the days of yore where he was angry at people or something. It's the impression I got from a backstory.
He
Oops.
is pretty angry at monks.
There's like two ways you could do this. One, you can tit for tat, as it were. You give something, you take something. The other is, odds are this is some sort of divine guard warden thing. Which means, if you're associated with religion, or at least appear to be associated with religion, you could probably just take everything. Just like that. Because, someone has to eventually empty out the offerings basket, as it were.
Oh,
Kujon thinks for a minute. Steps over to Arbeth. Arbeth,
yes.
go to the room where the abbot's body is.
Are you going to use his body like a puppet?
No, the robes.
Oh, that's way more
okay.
sensible.
You wait. You. Okay. So in this
One slight
haunted,
problem. The monk was medium-sized and you're all small, so you look kind of goofy.
I can stand on your shoulders.
Oh my god, this plot is great.
Actually, Sir Metal Fist is medium.
No,
He is made of metal. He is perfect.
I want this to happen.
All right.
Oh,
I can
okay.
stand on Arbeth's shoulders.
All right. So I go skedaddle to the prayer.
Just
the room.
don't move anywhere, Claire. We'll just say that you go back and forth. You don't have to physically move your
Yeah.
token for this. You
Actually,
leave
wait.
like a little bit later
Figure
after
out.
you shake the bones out of the robes because they're in
Yes.
there. You come back. Look, assuming that you're like a little
In fact,
baby, you're
because
dragging
of
it behind
my,
you on the
high
sand.
roll- my high roll of the religion means I probably know the procedure to get out of there, at least somewhat.
There's no specific procedure, but you could also just fool it with a little prayer, which you would know. But with this robe, no problems there.
I'm gonna get on your shoulders now, Arbeth.
Recall a prayer koan about the old man. Oh, apparently this old man is a specific thing. I don't know if that's like Rory himself, but I guess my religion check failed. Anyway, since you have this
So, yeah.
prayer robe and are standing on top of each other,
Yeah, we're doing the kobolds in a trench coat.
you can successfully take whatever you want with your tiny, proportionally small hands for how big you are.
It's fine. It's okay.
How do you
Whatever,
properly
man.
lean in to
Yeah.
grab things when you're on top of each other like this?
Very carefully. That's why I'm a master of acrobatics.
This is what it was leading up into.
This was the whole goal.
Your camera sure seems to appreciate your oddity. Well, go ahead and liberate the loot. Put it in your pockets.
I am.
Stuff
Sir
them
Metal
full.
Fist is looking at you confused. Or at least what would appear to be confused.
This was the greatest plan. Okay, I've gotten all the loot.
But there's only one more room to check in this building on the interior, which you skipped the whole time, which is the dormitory.
Oh yeah.
The south room on
So
the
I'm
courtyard
getting
had
up.
beds in it.
I'm gonna hop off the shoulders and be like, yeah,
If you let me, I'll just bring you over there.
please do.
B takes a look outside. Oh wait, why is that like that? Why is there a wall?
Yeah, I was confused why there was like
It's
very clearly a destroyed wall here.
I don't get it either. I guess the map maker felt that it was something to hide.
Oh well.
Anyway, since you're all collided together, here we go. Boop.
Whoosh.
Ooh.
Hey, the loot spot came with
Star
us.
swipe. Even the loot box came with you. He did.
It's part of the party now.
We'll spread out the loot when we are done here.
As Baby Browse is the first to look into the dormitory, they'll see rotten hay mattresses, small wooden chests at the foot of each, which filled most of the foreplace of this shared dormitory.
All right, Baby Browse, just go forward.
Baby Browse is the luckiest baby around because there doesn't seem to be anything here in terms of traps or spooks and haunts.
I'm just waiting for Baby Browse to walk in. Seems fine, and just explode into a fine blood mist, and then reform like I don't know a few hours later.
Baby Browse is a ghost now. Cool.
By the way, I mentioned that all to you that Baby Browse like he'll just come back, right?
No, you haven't.
Oh, right. Yeah.
John does not know this.
So, well, okay. So we know it'll be very upsetting for you to watch Baby Browse like, just, like eat it. I will
Also,
avenge you.
Who wants to hold the necklace and the feathers?
I think if we spread the feathers out amongst us, it's probably a smarter
Oh,
idea.
I thought they had to go on the necklace.
I think they go on the necklace.
Are
Do
they
they go
like
on the
a
necklace?
star pieces
Actually,
on
the necklace and the feathers are like separate items in your inventory.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
the necklace is the key to enter, and then the feathers are our score.
That said, there is like space on the necklace to hang the feathers if you want to, but you're pretty sure that's not required.
And it
Yeah,
just
that's
makes
an
it
easy way to
easier
get it stolen, I guess. But
Man, don't forget that it also makes it easier to steal all of your feathers at once. So it's kind of how do you want it? How do you want to do this?
Yeah,
in fact,
I
let me
think
show.
just have it.
I think there's
each.
actually like an art piece in here somewhere that has the. Gosh, why the fuck did they call it Despair on Danger Island? Someone had fun. Someone had too much fun. Where is this item? Okay, cool. It glitched the fuck out. Excellent. Let me see if I can find it because it's a pretty nice picture. Yeah, it just didn't extract it properly. Great. Let me see if I can just copy paste it out of my PDF. The Phoenix Necklace. Here you go. I'll just zoom in and take a snippet.
Also, does everyone have a bag of holding?
Mine's technically a bag of holding. Yeah.
I do not.
Nope.
Anyway, let me tell you of the functions that the Phoenix Necklace offers because it's not without some sort of use. Who has it? Q-chan?
I have it.
Excellent. Then I just need to go to your inventory. Who's holding on to... I guess everyone's holding on to some of the feathers. Cool. The Phoenix Necklace has some utility. First off, you can activate the necklace to make attacks non-lethal. I decided to just make that universal because... Why make it a thing like that at all? It's just kind of goofy. The second one is, you could take 10 minutes and put some feathers into it, and abracadabra, abracazoo, make your friend less dead. This is presumably how it tries to explain that parties are complete when you fight them, and, you know, give you slightly more of a fighting chance if you don't have a divine caster who can cast her instead, given it's a ritual.
And it consumes a silver feather, so yeah, that's risky.
It requires more.
It consumes one greater number of silver feathers each time we use it.
Oh.
Yep. And if you complete it, you get a cool fighting fan, which was properly extracted twice, which is why the necklace isn't accessible. This is what it would turn into. Get ready to see that symbol a lot. That's like the symbol of the tournament.
Okay. Oh, it's like the Mortal Kombat dragon.
It's a cool fan, though.
Hey, Bella. I'm going to drop a bag of holding type 2 into your inventory.
Oh.
You could just put
because
it
I picked up another one, so now you have a bag of holding.
Taking a look around, by the way, you can find that there's still some items left in the chests. Since you know a little bit about Aurori and offerings, it's not uncommon for monasteries to have like a take a penny, leave a penny, as it is. Like, oh, you're here visiting for free. If you want to, you can leave like a donation to keep this place running. So there's donations left in the chests. Of course, the temple's fucked up, so it's up to you to decide whether or not you can take it for yourself or not.
Hey, an axiomatic one. Do we have any lawful people with us?
I'm lawful.
Actually,
Oh, good. You could use that then.
Okay. I forgot they still have the chaotic thing. I thought they would have gotten rid of that, given they smoothed a lot of things out.
Guess given I'm the spellcaster, I'll take the wand.
So what's this axiomatic thing?
Here you go.
It's
a
an,
rune that you put on your weapon and adds
Yeah, it's a property
1d6 lawful damage
Huh.
if you hit a chaotic target. But you are not allowed to be chaotic if you wield it.
Oh,
Hey, don't you have the bravery class feature, Bia?
Do I? No, I've got
Or is it on
resolve,
Master of Will
which is
saves?
like this. Yeah, I'm a master.
Then
so
I'd
that's
take
what
the
it
Iron
is.
Medallion too.
Yeah, right.
I'll pick up the pouch of tiny old bulls, because why not?
I'll just grab the gold and add it to the pile I have from the last loot strike.
By the way, you can probably... I think you can pre-charge spell strikes, so you can put something in there whenever you feel like it.
Want help with me?
Well, you've technically cleaned up most of this place, although you haven't taken a look around the perimeter of the building itself, if you want to. But for now, the base of operations is ready for use. There's no hauntings, no monsters, no nothing.
We just clean this place out.
But that's the point.
We ghost busted. Ghostbusters.
Who are you gonna call?
Dun, 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 dun. Open this door. Let the light
Goes
in.
outside. Yeah, let some light in. Why not?
There's something strange. This song is overly sexual. People didn't see it coming. Ghostbusters.
Sector didn't listen.
Good news, everyone.
Mm.
I just want to say that. But now that we've taken care of good news, everyone, you have made it to the evening of the first day. Your base is ready to go. You'll level up.
Yay.
Hey, and Donnie's not dead.
Donnie isn't dead. She comes back eventually and feels the elevated presence that everything is a little bit better now and everything seems to be taken care of and you're all settled in, rolling out your bedrolls and pushing things aside to make space for whatever you want to do on the daily basis.
Well, if we ever go back to town, I'm having Sir Melfist carry a mattress over for me.
I thought we were going to town tomorrow to go and meet up with those other guys who want to duel us.
Yeah, once the thing starts.
What town are you talking about?
Well, the
It was
place
the-
Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
the hell
thought
is
there
it
was
called?
Pretty
The
sure
Stone Market.
Stone
was it.
Market. Yeah, that's just a marketplace. It's not like
Well, that's
I
where
wouldn't call it town, but sure, that is a place you can go. Ingdani will also tell you about the nearest fight site that's available.
Ooh.
Fight sites.
Yeah,
I do love that name.
and I get to show you the exploring Bondo rules.
Wow. Oh man, we get.
Oh, we get a
time
dual
to do
class feat
things.
this level too.
Yes, level
Yeah.
12 is very fun. Because now you get to take another level 10 feet, although at this point, feet start to get pretty bonkers.
I should probably need to look.
Also, didn't we do... Isn't this where I went with the archetype, but more flexible, like you can also take another class feat if you wanted to? I think I said
that's
that.
why they're the dual class ones.
Yes, dual class. Flex those dual class muscles.
So we're 12th level?
12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta get up the dang wiki.
After that, I will explain to you the basics of the Bondo exploration rules, so that from next time, we can begin the tournament proper!
Right.
How do I level up on the sheet?
You just type your level different in the
Yes.
level box.
Let me just take care of that for you.
okay.
Just go up here and just make that a 12. And Abracadabra, it takes care of so much. It even updates your feat list as to what feats you should have available. It adds slots for you, basically.
Yeah.
I just realized I need to fill out my dual class feat still. Oh my god.
It's fine, Claire. You did great today.
Yeah, this was just like a warm up, get comfortable.
Well,
kind
yeah.
of chat.
The tick fight was in my wheelhouse because splash damage everywhere.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what alchemists are best at, dealing with swarms.
ha! There's 1,000 of you. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? And they start rolling a bomb on
no,
your arm.
We only need
I
one
do
of
have-
me.
I do have one comment though
What's wrong, Claire?
on the writing. Why swarms of ticks?
Because why not?
Well, we're in a tropical area, so ants or termites would make more sense. And plus, they're actual swarming insects. Ticks are actually solitary. They don't swarm.
Well, you know what, Claire? You can send that knowledge over to Paizo, because I didn't know it either.
In fact, because of how ticks actually operate, they'd be terrible swarmers anyway. They wouldn't really be able to do anything except stick themselves in you and, I guess, I don't know, eventually kill you.
Look,
Yeah,
if there's a million ticks in you, they're gonna kill you.
Well, yeah,
ticks
eventually.
just
Now, if
kind
it
of
was-
eat
Quick,
their
it's a lot.
brains.
If they were giant ticks, then that'd be effed up.
How do you know they weren't?
Well, because I lit them on fire.
That
You lit
doesn't
them on
mean
fire.
they're- Yeah.
And then
Oh,
Bia, did the Rukia Banke, and then Bella turned into a Voltorb. I think it was kind of hazy.
Now, I forgot. Since your guide went with them, you actually know where Cobalt Caper's HQ is located.
Oh, neat.
Okay, we got info.
In fact, since how they moved, I think she would also have been past, and feel inclined to tell you about the Figment Rangers. That's another group that's nearby. Now, don't forget that just because you know where someone's house is doesn't mean that they're going to be there when you arrive, because they're also going to be partaking in the tournament, as it were. But, it's nice to know where you can hide out in case you get chased by some sort of T-Rex. Or a kaiju!
Hopefully, don't run into a kaiju.
Also, somewhere in the evening, your robot starts buzzing aggressively and mentions that one of the teams has been eliminated, which is impressive, given that the tournament hasn't technically started yet.
What happened?
Bit has no clue because it's just a little robot. But Ingdani goes like, you know what? Let me see if I can figure it out. And I assume she has a communicator device that lets her talk to people, for organizational purposes. Please don't go there. There's a kaiju there, and we're taking care of it.
The other team was finally yanked apart. What do you mean yanked apart?
Let me.
They're dead.
By the way, that'd be such a worrying way, to find out how a team got eliminated. Yanked apart, not ripped apart. Yanked, just pulled to pieces.
By the way, don't forget to put items in your bandolier, as it were.
Yeah,
Quick
I got some
slices.
in my.
Let's see. Gonna declare a rematch. Okay, that's not probably a lot of rules gonna happen. I gotta sneeze. What did happen to this team? That's a great question. I just know that I forgot to name one of the areas, and I'm like, you know what? It makes perfect sense. Before this even starts, what are the assholes decide to do something stupid? Okay, you know what? While the Cobalt Capers got their guide and all accidentally killed, these guys probably were like, you know what? If we kill our guide, we can do whatever we want. Instead of the smarter answer of we'll just try to lose them by shaking them, in the forests.
The Continental John Wick scene. You broke the rules of the Continental. Your membership has been revoked.
No, I know exactly what happened. One of them was a superstition barbarian, and he saw the floating magic robot and was like, I can't do this if that's here the whole time. And tried to smash it.
And that gets you in trouble.
That gets him in a lot of trouble. And he kind of giggles about it, but hey, it means that one of your closest competing teams has actually been eliminated, because that's this site.
Man, wouldn't it be sad if it was the guys were going to challenge?
Nah, they made it there safely.
Yeah,
they still have to clear out their base, though, but hey.
Actually, I thought of a worse way to find out a team got eliminated early. I just thought of the worst one. Oi, mate, yeah? They said we got a magic on us that says we can't die. I think that's what they said. Yo, shoot me in the face with a crossbow. This is going to be funny. And basically... Yeah, and then it kind of escalated from there, where they thought, holy crap, I didn't die from a crossbow in my shin. That's awesome. And, it's unpleasant.
For context, in case you want to know, this stops you from killing someone outright, but if you keep stomping on their corpse, they will die, because it just makes it just helps with the finishing blows more than the part where you start grinding someone into the dust. Anyway, how about y'all talk about the fun feats and things you've picked for yourselves? What can we expect to see next time?
I have one that I think is actually quite useful. Especially because... my archetype I think was Acrobat. I'm getting Guardian's Deflection.
Don't forget you can take 2 of your class feats if you want to. Guardian Deflection.
It allows me to, if an ally within melee range of me has been hit by an attack or critical by an attack by a margin of 2 points, I can use a reaction to weapon block and change it down a stage. It's like if Bella, if you get hit by 1, it is 1 over your AC.
Yeah.
I can step in and knock the blade aside and prevent it from hitting you.
Okay, I see what this is.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Or if you get a critical by 1, I can actually knock it slightly out of the way, so you only take normal damage instead of a critical.
it's basically nimble dodge, but you get the benefit of foresight.
Yep, and I get to use it on my friends.
Hey, having a reaction is always nice, especially one that's flexible.
I have several reactions.
You have-
including
Is that-
one dedicated to my counter?
Is 5 average or is that below average on 1d8?
Why are you
Sounds
rolling
like
1d8?
Healing or health?
You don't roll for HP. It does it automatically, Claire.
Oh,
Claire, why are you so dumb? No, you don't roll for hit points. Don't worry about it.
so I only have maximum 56 hit points.
You have like
Yeah, but you
84
roll that.
stamina, Claire.
Oh, bro, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, like,
sometimes the systems start to meld
and Claire,
together.
You're basically a caster.
Like,
Zyla, I want 1 million hit point.
Claire, let me tell you how it works. You get 8 hit points normally if you weren't using stamina, but it gets split in half. So you get 4 hit points per level, and you get 4 stamina per level, plus your con. So you got 7 more stamina, and you get 4 more hit points. Total of 11.
Okay.
So don't worry, you got all your points. It's all there.
Okay. I'm being smart.
Let's see
big
if I can
brain.
get a 12 level. Oh, okay.
Claire, let's see what Claire can pick for new exciting class feats, because Alchemist is kind of a funky class. Who knows what they get?
I can take a different archetype, right?
What?
Like, yeah, I'd have to get that dedication, but I could.
I mean, I always say that if we're using rules like this, you can always consider your first dedication archetype thing to be exempt from the you have to take X feats.
Okay, so I can just
That's
take
nice.
a feat from a different one to join into it.
Claire can take Shaped Contaminant. Oh, it's an Agent of Ashes thing. We'll just move past that. Uncanny Bombs. You lob bombs unerringly. When you throw an alchemical item with a bomb trait, the range increases to 60 feet, and you can reduce the circumstance bonus by cover from the target by 1. And you automatically succeed a flat check when targeting a concealed creature. That's definitely not bad.
Yeah, don't need a Far Lobber though. Wait, do I have Far Lobber? 1 second.
Why wouldn't you have Far Lobber?
I guess I didn't take it.
No, you can take one of your dual class feats on it because it's just the first level one. And I can huck your bombs 60 feet.
I can be even farther away. Yeah.
Now you're on
Yeah.
artillery. You're a proper mortar.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I can stay further out of fights.
Good job. Protect.
I can. I took that ability.
The concealment
just,
ignoring, by the way, is very nice because if things are in like dim light, they get concealed, and there's a lot of spells that give you concealment pretty easily.
Huh, you know what would have been a useful dedication, possibly? Ghost Hunter.
Oh man.
Because all
Alright.
these special abilities related to haunts.
Okay, I grabbed Far Lobber. So.
Yes.
Where's some other feats? Wait, where are that? Well, I need to get the Alchemist feats.
Bethany, Bella, what are you taking? What is changing about your character today?
I'm thinking Incredible Construct Companion.
Oh, that's just a cute thing to call them. Don't forget you get 2 12-level feats. So if you're eyeing 2 of them, you can take 2 of them.
I can be a dragon now.
Excuse me, what?
Wait, what?
I can be a dragon if I want.
The kobold looks at you.
You heard
confused.
me. You heard me.
That's going to be a surprise for Kujan later.
I'm sorry, I'm
Also-
infringing on your territory, Kujan.
If I hit something, I can immediately grab it.
Oh god, that's so good. That is nuts good. I mean,
I don't even need to succeed the athletics check. I just grab it.
who needs assurance when you can just grab them?
Yeah, this is better than insurance. You ignore the chance of failure.
This tiny little baby girl's gonna grab you.
Yoink.
Come on, Kujan, we gotta run.
Oh wait, I can start getting debilitating bomb.
Oh no.
Because like if the bomb hits, they'll have to do fortitude saves or they get effects that I choose on them.
Okay, it'd be a funny one for an archetype to suddenly go into. So, guys, I know we've known each other for like a week at this point. I'm a Rune Lord now.
When did this happen?
You just come out covered in like tattoos and crystals and shit.
just,
Like, hey,
I just wandered off for like an hour.
Unfortunately,
Showed back up.
unfortunately, the one of the prerequisites is that you are a wizard specializing in one of the 7 schools other than divination. Huh. What-
And you also have to use pole arms.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Rune Lords really like their long pokey sticks. On the other end, there's a lot to get out of him. I heard it's a pretty cool one. Let's see. Incredible Companion, was it?
Yeah.
Where is this?
Oh, wait,
Oh, it's an
Safi,
8th level one.
since real quick, since there's no requirement for debilitating bomb, can I just put that in dual class feat?
Dual class feat also counts as a
Wait,
class feat.
wait a moment. Baby T.
Okay.
I'm about to start beating the heck out of you, Claire, because I need to look this one up. Give me a moment.
I was also thinking of lock on instead, but or an addition.
Debilitating Bomb is a 6th level feat with additive 2. Gotcha. Oh, Claire, don't forget you can pick 2 more recipes to know.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at those.
Debilitating Bomb.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put those in there. Yeah.
So you can use this on any bomb that's 10th level or lower because it's additive 2, so it adds 2 levels lower than your maximum. You mix a substance into the bomb that causes either dazzled, deafened, flat-footed, or -5 foot. Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get greater debilitating bomb in my dual class feats, so I can just make things even worse for the opponent.
Please do not use your demolition to blow up a battlefield on top of your enemies.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I took demolition like on the idea that I, as the character, I do this, but I'm not sure when I'll use it.
Don't worry, Clyde. There's a couple of situations in the future where it might be beneficial to blow everything up.
Or at least like blow things pinpoint wise up. Wait, Mega Bomb. What's Mega Bomb? Oh, that's level 20.
Yeah, that's like the bomber's special.
I'm not gonna become Ziggs from Runeterra.
Weapon traits. Bomb.
Okay, I can't do true but debilitating bomb has speed 14, but
Let's see. A 12th level bomb would be crystal shards greater. Nice. But maybe you want to take something else. I don't know. Maybe you want to take like an 11th level bomb, which would be not 112, not 1,000. I can also take greater acid flasks, alchemist's fire. Nice.
yeah, I'm gonna take a look at them.
Claire, if you want to do that, when you go to the compendium, you want to go to inventory types and pick weapon, and then you want to go to weapon traits and click bomb, and then you want to go to levels and set it to 11 to 0 to 12, because that's what you can pick from, and then you should have all of them. Or 11 to 12 if you just want the greater bombs.
Also, how do I improve
All right.
athletic acrobatics?
Hold on there, Bethany. I can take care of that for you. I just gotta roll up my sleeves. Oh, you got advanced. You never got incredible. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I know I did something for your little boy, but not quite. Okay, cool. Your robot's strength goes up to 8. Jesus Christ, what a strong boy.
No, I already did the ability scores.
Oh, so it's just 6. Gotcha. Okay, let me just put that one back. The rest, no. Oh yeah, because he's a companion, I have to change all of his factors every single time myself because they haven't implemented animal companion sheet yet. AC goes up to 28. HP goes up by 6 plus con, was it?
I think so.
So it's 120. Initiative has gone up. Will reflexes that. Will is, oh god, no. I need to include the +2 from the So he got 30 AC now. His con goes up, right?
Yeah, his con went up from 3 to 5.
Okay, so that goes up by 2. So then I add 24 more hit points. There's 144. His fort is actually 21. His reflex is actually 22. His will has also increased, so that's actually 20. Cool. Jesus Christ, your boy's got gumption.
Yeah.
An additional 2 damage with his attacks, which I don't know if that includes his strength, but we're just going to say no. He just has big punchies. He stomps those fists together right as he beats the crap out of you. His attack
and
modifier.
magical.
Oh, yes. They're always. I mean, to be fair, aren't they just magical hands already? How
They
can you?
look like big, strong hands,
can you-
don't
how can-
they?
He's got knife hands. 5-7. Okay, cool. I think that's everything. I need to change
Oh
the
wow!
damage on
I know
this.
what.
Hmm?
Oh wait, wait. What does a rare feat mean?
It means that it's unusual and requires DM authorization to use.
What rare feat are you
as
looking at,
usually-
baby TTT Claire?
Artoko's fire. It's a thing that modifies how alchemist fire bombs work.
You know,
It's
I
like
don't think. Give me like 5 seconds as I look it up, and then I'll tell you what I think about that. Because
Wait,
I
Claire,
think
you know
I've
what
heard of this
archetype
feat.
You know what archetype I can splash into, Claire?
What's that?
Elementalist. Kujan is discovering he is golden core.
I won't allow it.
Wait, what are you going into?
I was just looking at Elementalist.
Oh, that's one's very fun. It basically is. Yeah, it's. I think Paizo just made it to make the 4 elements from 5e look like a chump. On that, and it's a very common thing. Let's see. Arcticus's fire. Once per round, you use quick alchemy to craft an alchemist fire bomb that's 2 levels lower, aka it's additive 2. Developed a volatile mixture. It deals 1d4 persistent damage in addition to what it would normally cost. So you add the persistent damage 1d4. Persistent damage requires 2 flat checks to end the persistent damage, or 1 check if it had assisted recovery that reduces the flat check to 10. It burns even under what? You know what, Claire? If you want to take that, go ahead. I'm fine with you having Greek fire on you.
So I make. It's funny is I make my fireball. Man, if that stacks with like the expanded splash and sticky bomb thing, that is messed up. Actually,
It does.
makes super fire on me.
It
I'm
does.
taking that.
Baby
Actually,
Brows
Claire,
teaches you the secret of making a very mean bomb.
Claire, I just realized something about going Elementalist.
Oh, what's that?
Kujan already has natural fire energy inside of him, being a golden one, and being a spell scale, he also has wind magic elemental because he has Gale Burst.
Claire,
That's great.
That
Yes.
actually fits into being an Elementalist.
I love the mental image of like Baby Brows telling you the secret on how to make extra Bernie bombs.
He like sneezes while making it as an alchemist fire, and and his like little baby brow germs cause is the additive, cause the secret. And I'm gonna go ahead and take Uncanny Bombs for the last class feat because that's actually really cool. Because the last line on Uncanny Bombs says if someone's like behind cover, I reduce their AC from the cover by 1.
Anyway, your robot can now do athletics like nobody's business. Jesus, I'm scared of him.
By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can take a shower and then go to bed.
But
because I
Claire,
got work done.
Wouldn't you
Yes,
like to
yes,
hear
sir.
the rules of exploring Bonmu first, real fast?
What?
They're pretty straightforward. How to explore Bonmu, because that's what you're going to be doing next time.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And then I can drop the cliffhanger on you. The rules for Bonmu are simple. If you read the thing, it's like you get 32 activities every day. You can get more by eating into your rest for the day. You can spend an action to go from space to space. It costs more depending on if there's forests or like obstructive terrain. You can spend an action to take a look around. Then you learn of all sites of interest in that space. And I'll make a little marking on it so that you know that you've already checked this one for later. You can engage in a match. That's 2 actions. It's the match and everything that belongs to it, like going to a nearby site and having the whole matchup and everything. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. It's just like, hey, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You can hear rumors, pick up, talk to teams. Maybe they got some tips on where to go and what to see. But first, before we actually get started, before you even get out of bed the next morning, it turns out another team is a real go-getter because they're knocking on your door. And they would like to be your first real combatants.
Can we ask them to wait because we actually promised our first time to somebody and it's really special to lose the ring? They're actually waiting for us. We told them yesterday. I mean, we got the wine coolers for my dad.
You know, they're going to give you one of 2 offers. You know what? They'll be okay with that. On one condition. The people you're talking to, by the way, are... Let's see, what are the names? They are the Amoza twins. Oh, one thing also you can do with your actions is to examine another team and be like, what are they about? Because I wrote a bunch of shit on these teams and how they function, including their weaknesses and shit. So please be nice and engage with this content I made.
I will do such.
Yeah.
Please! The
Please-
point is,
Please look at the content.
these are 2 weak. These are 2 ladies. One controls ice, one controls flame, and they're like, fine. But we get to challenge you immediately after you fight the other guys. No rests, no breaks.
Cool.
Much
Okay.
We'll leave that decision for you next time. But we'll see how things go. Next time, as our team goes to the Kobold HQ and then to a fight site, and we'll see how things go with little fisticuffs. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, bye,
Bye,
everyone.
Claire.
But
Sleep
Bye.
well.
We sleep.
Yeah, good night.
dang it, I can't take a Elementalist.
Is that one of those level 0 ones?
No, you have to have the ability to cast Arcane or Primal spells.
Aww.
I would have Kujion realizing he's the avatar.
Hey, let's see. Let's see how the archetype works, because maybe we can just kind of smooth it over for you. Let's see.
Basically, it replaces your spell list with an elemental spell list.
Ah, yeah, in that case we can't just smooth it over, because you need to have the pre-existing foundations for it to build up top of. Updraft. Huh.
Okay, you know what? This is a second level feat, but I like its gumption.
What is it?
Searing Restoration.
That sounds very, I don't know.
They told you there was no way that explosions could heal people, but they were fools. Fools who didn't understand your brilliance. So basically, you create a minor explosion that cauterizes an ally's wound.
Let's see, Searing Restoration. Oh, that's actually pretty...
I do love
Oh,
that
wow,
battle.
that's not bad. That's half your level in D10s of healing. And they can recover from a single point of persistent bleed damage. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's not bad.
Yeah.
How many
And
actions is that?
technically, it's one.
Wow. I mean, it's unstable, but it's always nice to have up your sleeve.
Yeah.
The fun thing about unstable, again, is it only takes like 10 minutes to get everything set back. So it's something you can use once every encounter for free.
Yeah, I just have to make sure that the unstable action I use is the one I want to use. Because right now I have 2 until I add Searing Restoration.
Let's see, what's the closest fight site to the Kobold headquarters? Oh, you actually get a choice. So you can pick between 3 fight sites. There's quite a few around the place. Yes. You can pick between the town site, the river site, and the bridge site. Gonna be exciting next time because you'll be in a double match, and we'll see how that goes. Also, I finally get to use my arena voice, and I get to show you what those tables are all about. I made roll tables. I made roll tables for shit that happens during a fight.
Yay.
Which can be anything from, here's a dumb rule you have to follow, to, by the way, you don't win by beating the other team anymore. Or,
points.
Would,
Final Fantasy Tactics laws.
Would
My
you like for me to-
favorite.
Oh no, not these again.
Here's an Iron Golem. just
Okay.
Here he is. Because after all, this is ultimately for TV. And good fighters can deal with changing situations, can't they? And so forth. And that's what they say to themselves so that they can feel good about,
Also, I do like the idea that Kujan actually started breaking down the idea into the whole virginity joke and no one got onto it.
Oh man, these are so fun.
I thought it was funny.
You know what's real funny? One of the Hellbreaks. Man, I just love these. I put my best into it. I put my best into these to make them as dumb as possible.
Which is perfect.
I believe in your best.
Come on, put up those little fists. Who wants weather? Who wants to be surrounded by explosive barrels? I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Oh man, the hazards still use the old hazard sheet. Huh. We have to edit them instead of just having active edit at all times. Ba-boom!
Okay, that is actually an incredibly useful ability I just took.
What is it?
Mobile Finisher.
Ah, yes, I was eyeing that one. How would you tell the class what it does?
It allows me to take a full move and then use my finisher as a single action.
Those combinations, easy to scoff at, very easy to appreciate.
Especially when
The
with Panache,
efficiency.
45-foot move speed. All of a
Never
sudden,
sneeze.
you're halfway across the area and you're shanked already.
Yeah, Dizzy. It's great.
Also, a different ability I have, which I am going to use on teams because it'll be hilarious, is I want to use my leading dance ability to move people into positions, which I've realized has some hilarious applications I was thinking about. So if I can use leading dance successfully, I get panache, and then I can move the enemy between 5 and 10 feet any direction I want as long as I stay adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
So if I move them to the right and there's a guy behind them, so there's two of them, I can then use Impaling Finisher to stab through the guy I'm fighting and hit both of them.
Sounds exciting. We'll see how that pans out in the fight
My
sites.
stupid idea was walking them off a cliff.
No, don't walk people off of cliffs.
Leading dance does not say I am unable to walk people on to things that would damage them.
Terrifying.
So yeah, I could walk myself and them off a cliff, and because I have catfall, I take no damage from up to 50 feet, and then I stab them. And because if I use it right, I get panache.
Yeah.
I love it.
Easy, there's all.
There is no easy.
But there's lots of things
There's
to see
no
about
easy.
Bombo other than just the enemy teams. There's monster dens, treasure sites, shrines, towns,
You kind of
markets.
just did a shrine.
Yeah, in a sense, yes. But these are like smaller locations where you just like bap a thing and it's like you're done.
Or if you're that one team, it baps the hell out of everything around you.
Careful. Well, I mean, the Kobold Capers lost their guide on the way there. Man, I'm excited. We're finally there. We're finally there.
We can do the things.
You get to decide where you go, who to talk to, whose hands to shake. Find those teleport towers for easy travel, because the way they work is you move into a teleport space and you can just go whoop to any other one. Oh, I already marked them for you. There you go. Nice.
Yep, now we have 2 fights all lined up.
I just have no idea what skill feat to take.
Take your time. You got a whole week, baby. Actually, you got less than a week because of how the rounding works out. But hey, you got a period of time.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go start thinking about food.
Food!
I gotta think about sleeping soon.
Bye-bye.
Try to sleep.
Bye.
Whoosh.
Bye-bye.
Poof.
Poof. Anyway, I do want to talk about the... I have serious opinions about that. Like, how to put this. If you're going to run the kind of game where your players are... They're in what I like to... Let's call it realism mode, where your fights, you can choose them, you can run away, you might be too strong, you might be too weak. And so maybe you can outsmart them with a cunning plan. AKA, you're not going to run fights like they're combat encounters in an RPG game, in a video game RPG, where like suddenly dudes appear and they start fighting you for no reason, and they'll keep fighting you until they're dead. But you're like, okay, the goblins are weak, and then they go away. If you run a game like that, if your players ever feel like they have to use cheesy tactics to get the big numbers so that they can keep up with the fights, you're running it wrong. Your players should have the choice to choose the fights they want to, so they could choose the easiest fights in the world if they want to, or the hard fights if they want to. But that's their choice, and that's how they build. That's how they go. You should be 100% ready. Like, that's what the problem I got. It's like, oh, I'm going to fudge it, and if it's too hard because I made it too hard. No! That's not too hard. That's your players getting in over their head already. Like, that's the problem. It's like there's an arbitrary distinction between I made it too hard and the players went into a fight that is too hard for the players. There is no meaningful difference between the two encounters other than in one of them, you're for some reason putting on the airbags. Like, that ruins, for me, the experience. Like, oh, why is this fight so easy when it's supposed to be very difficult? Like, there's a nuance there that I think you need to address as a GM before you can go on. I mean, I don't know the whole story. Let's not forget, I do not know the whole story. This opinion is making a bunch of assumptions about how the situation actually works. But I don't think that that's a healthy way to run your game. You can run it. I'm pretty sure people would have fun, because it's very easy to have fun in an RPG as a player. But if you want to have something long-term healthy, Just like with potato chips and like snack food. It's like, okay, it's very tasty. You had a fun time like eating a banana, but you don't know how negative the impact may be over a long period of time. And I think that's kind of the problem that I have with this is sure, you might try to compensate for your own mistakes, but that's not how this works, good sir. That's not how the system functions. That's not what the rules are meant to say. So I don't like that. It makes me nervous. I don't. If someone comes up to me and it's like, I'm playing this game that's all about the realistic way of approach, the actual way that TTRPGs are meant to be played, is that monsters don't necessarily fight for fighting's sake. They fight for a reason. They fight for territory or for hunger or because they're mindless and this is just what they do. Or they fight because they don't like our face because we kept yelling at them for hours. A reason. Or as Angry likes to put it, how did Angry put it in his book? Because I think he put it very well. Let me pull up his book and we'll take a look at his take a la look-see. Role-playing. Where did I put this book? I bought a copy from a friend, partially because I want to financially support Angry a bit more, even though I already give him money through Patreon. Let's see where they put it. I think it was like down here, a bunch of narrative BS. Where was it? Encounters, right? Encountering resistance. Where was this? Asking dramatic questions and conflict. That's the idea. Let's see. Purple slime. That's the one that I was thinking about. Yeah, so the basic idea is there's a dramatic question, there's a conflict. There is A wants something and B wants something else instead of monsters fight, because that's what RPGs do. You fight the monsters. Once you go to that perspective of encounter design, of going with the question of do these things even fight in the first place, and if they do, what will make them stop fighting? What is their motivation, and what changed that motivation? Can you convince one idea? Okay, here we go. I know that he put it down here somewhere. Which, like, does One-Eyed Jake respond to bribery? Probably not, because he's afraid for his cat. Let's see. Here we go. I want to find this, because it's really... Oh, here we go. Inviting conflict. If the heroes threaten Jake, will Right Eye and Left Eye jump in? Yes, that's their job. If the players bribe Jake, will he talk? Probably not. He's scared, not greedy. If they offer to protect his cat, will he talk? Maybe, if he believes they can actually protect him. That's the dramatic question. You gotta know what the conflict is from to know how the conflict resolves. And if they plan to buy off Right Eye and Left Eye, will that work? Probably. They're just hired help. It'll cost them a lot, and it probably makes Jake less willing to talk back because now he has to worry about his own safety. But that's a perspective. Is if you come from that direction, the encounters themselves are not necessarily fights. They aren't designed to be fights. They are designed to be a dramatic question, a problem that must be solved. Logically, if your players see a bunch of bad guys, and their first instinct is to start beating up on them or to fight them, and they're like, oh no, we're in over our head and we leave, that's fine. But once you start fudging, you start altering the nature of the dramatic question. You say, there is a question, there is an uncertainty, there is a story being told by the actions being taken, but I don't like where it's going, and I don't like what I did. You don't do that. You do that beforehand. Maybe, after you make that first mistake, what you do is, you think, you reflect. You can think, oh, I went wrong. Were there too many enemies? Were there so many enemies that the players couldn't reasonably react, and that their attacks and systems couldn't properly decrease the amount of danger? Or was there one big guy, but he was so tough that the players could not meaningfully disrupt his ability to fight? Maybe I should run that guy again, but then when they hit a certain threshold, they lose some of their power. Introduce some minor rules and variations, because the players don't fucking care about that. They just care that the players mostly care that their things work the way they expect them to. Outside of that, do whatever you want. Give him something fresh. Give him a monster that gets weaker over time, just so that they can fight something big and feel good about it, or feel like they can stick it out, instead of like, okay, we're at the desperation point. But here's the point. Here's the point I'm trying to make. You can't go for that kind of conflict resolution. Go for, I'm going to TPK the party and I'm going to fudge it, because again, that creates a gosh, I'm so worn out after running a game. It's a confusing, dramatic question. I don't know what I'm saying right now anymore, because my brain has actually started to tangle in on itself. The point is, I don't like where that's going. That feels like Opti levels of, I'm going to bullshit this game together. I'm going to create the dramatic tension, not by presenting conflict that must be resolved, by presenting characters that run into each other and questions that must be answered, like who gets what they want. Because that's what a dramatic question is two parties want opposing or non-compatible things. Who gets what they want, and why, and how? When and where? How much of it do they get? Is there a compromise that can be reached? And if so, what is it? That's also up to the players, by the way. This is not up to the GM. You, the GM, just propose the conflict. You say there is a slime in the room and there is treasure in the room. It is up to the players to decide what they will do with the slime, if they care at all for the treasure. If your players come across a bunch of orcs who are like, we own this bridge, pay us a total of 5 gold, the players can totally pay the total of 5 gold, and you can move along, and the orcs are like, okay, guess we got 5 gold. Fine. That's how they resolved it. The players want to get across, and they probably want to do it cheaply, but maybe they don't care. There's no conflict in that question, so you don't make a conflict. You don't go, well, the orcs attack you anyway, because it doesn't make any sense. The orcs wanted the money. They got the money. Surely, leaving them alive is a good idea. As Como likes to say, it's better not to kill the people who pay you, because those are the people you want around. Right? Like, if orcs want to fight, why would they ever pose a question that it would just say, leave or die? Like, present a good fight or die. That's a far better argument, because then you're more likely to get what you want, instead of getting nothing at all. But I just feel that once you go that direction, you can't fudge like that, because then you start tampering with what's going on. Either you fudge in every situation, and your fudging is entirely based on the fact that you don't want to kill anyone, but even then, Angry very clearly states, you can just get rid of death. Just ignore the death rules. They're not relevant. You can just get rid of them. Just throw them in the dumpster. Replace them with injuries and things that they can't bounce back from instantaneously, and let them decide on their own. But you gotta have something. Can't come for free, because if it comes for free, people don't care. That's like the thing, right? Like, people are always like, the GM fudged and I was still alive. Why don't you beat the shit out of them, and then you say, by the way, you broke your fucking leg, your movement speed is decreased by half, and also you take disadvantage on all this stupid bullshit that requires your legs to do properly. And then they're like, oh, I didn't die, but shit sure still sucks ass. Sure, they didn't die, the character isn't gone, but there was still a punishment for being idiots. I don't know. I'm out of here. So it would go better if I had Como to tell me that I'm stupid. So much better. Como's very good at telling me I'm dumb. Thanks, Como. Hope you're hearing this. I'll be so mad. Scamper.